been at Nevada State for 2.5 years, and I have 30 years plus experience.
I know people are so impatient in this, or they seem to be. I've had physical disability. I've had a couple students in wheelchairs. Then the most of them have been those that don't have physical manifestations. So to see them in class, you would have no idea. The only reason I know is because I have to have certain concessions or accommodations for them. Otherwise, no idea. And even when it comes to social interactions, volunteering in class, doing the assignments, doing them on time, doing them well, they're fantastic. I also offer the opportunity to turn in work early for edit, review, return, and if they make those corrections and edits and elaborate like I asked, it's guaranteed maximum points.
Oh, okay. So I remember we were talking and you were Washington? Over
Seattle,
the break?
yes.
Close enough. Okay. And so during the march, because I remember seeing the picture and stuff, it was awesome. Did you encounter like any other like disabled people protesting signs?
There were a lot, and I was so proud to see it. And people were very accommodating with them because where they were marching, there's this big, giant, block-long food court called the Armory. You know, a lot of people will overcompensate if they see someone with a physical disability. To the point where they're almost treating the person as if they're helpless, when in fact they have great autonomy, they have great independence. As a courtesy, I think it's a nice thing, it's a great thing, it's polite. But sometimes people go too far. So for example, recently there was, I'm trying to think if it was a grocery store, it was a bigger store, so it was either Target or Albertsons, something on that size. And there was an elderly woman in a wheelchair, and she was trying to maneuver around, and this woman had very good intentions. She had come over to try to help her steer down the aisle, and the woman graciously accepted the help initially, but they were kind of moving in tandem as they were shopping, and the woman kept dropping everything to run over here, to the point the woman was like, I'm okay now. I can handle this from this point on. Thank you so much for your help, but you know, you go on and do what you want to do, and because you're making me uncomfortable, basically. I feel like I have to watch what I'm doing, or you're going to leave your toddlers and come running over here to help out. But at that point, she just kind of wanted to be left alone and didn't want to be pointed out because of her disability.
Having pity on somebody who is disabled is wrong. I remember a few times I'm out with friends, we're at the mall or wherever, and I would see old people come up to me, oh, poor baby, oh, here's some money, and I'm like, I don't want that, no, you know, or let me pray for you, and I'm just like, no, it's okay, thank you, I'll pray for you. And I just, pity to me, it's just, why? I feel that it's better to come up to me and ask me, oh, do you need help, or may I ask what's wrong with you, than just shoving money in my face. Daily life, I've noticed a lot of staring, a lot of pointing and laughing, and growing up, I've always was teased, and it really hurts. It's better to ask, why are you in a wheelchair? Why do you walk funny? Why do you have to use crutches or leg braces? And I've had people come up to me and ask me that. And so I'm like, okay, here, this is why I use a chair or whatever. I am a huge nerd. I love movies, TV shows. I love playing guitar. So, like, describe again your disability for people that do not know.
It's an autoimmune disorder that deals with my immune system and my nerves and how I forgot the word. How my nerves like conduct movement. So it's most prominent in the extremities. For me, it was mostly prominent. Oh my gosh, in my legs. So they went first.
Okay. Now, obviously, were you born with this disability, or
Nope.
No?
Happened when I was 2. We're gonna go across the street.
Okay, we can do that. And so obviously, you're in school? Whoops.
Yep.
Okay, what do you what's your major?
Criminal justice right now
And you go where?
to UNLV.
Nice. Now, UNLV, I know that's a big campus, and there are a lot of other disabled students. It's gonna be fun. So I was wondering, like, how do you feel the school helps out other disabled people, including yourself?
They really take part in trying to help people as much as possible. I mean, when I started there, the Disability Resource Center was like probably one of the first people to call out to me and say, hey, we have services. We want to help you.
When you're out and about, like here in Town Square, how do you feel people act towards you?
I feel as if people, they just try and stay out of the way, I guess. And they may stare.
Yeah.
And because they always want to know what's going on, of course.
Mhm.
But for the most part, they tend to really not care.
Right. And I'm sure, do you get like people that are like kind and like, oh, let me get the door for you, or like gestures like that?
That happens a lot, actually. People always want to open the door for me and make sure that like I am like, I guess, content with like what's going on.
The college is so new. It was built in compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act and the current requirements for accessibility. There are numerous ramps on campus. There is wheelchair adaptable tabling in most of the rooms and labs. We offer assistive technology for students who need assistive technology. So the college is really at the cutting edge of accessibility in terms of on-campus access. The areas that are of concern as we build out to other areas that are not on the immediate campus, it's important that the college administrators take into account ensuring that there is accessible sidewalking and paths between the various college buildings. The real disability is the attitude of others. It's not the disability that the individual has, because that can be accommodated, but it is the attitude of others who perceive sometimes an individual with a disability as incapable of doing things, when the truth is they enrich the diversity of our society and bring to our society unique skills that we all need and need to appreciate.